Well, hello and welcome to my channel. It's time for our February-March market update here, 38 to Destin. I cannot believe that we are in March and spring break is in full swing. Crowds are everywhere and our beaches get busy again. Before I get started, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Actually, it is my daughter's and I channel, Sabine Robertson and I. She joined my team and together we are here a mother-daughter team on 38 to Destin and the surrounding areas. We welcome you and love for you to subscribe and join our channel and ask us any questions that you might have. Every month I do a market update and I review 4 different communities. I review Santa Rosa Beach and Freeport, which both are located in Walton County. And then we jump over to Okaloosa County and take a look at Niceville and Freeport. And you will see how the market is changing from area to area. Some are sellers, some are buyers market, and the prices are very different all over the spectrum. So this gives you a good indication and hopefully find something for you that fits your need in terms of price, community, and lifestyle. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So let's go ahead and start with Santa Rosa Beach, and you can see the outline here on this map. And Santa Rosa Beach is kind of divided into 4 quadrants. So here you got North Santa Rosa Beach, you got Point Washington, which also on this map kind of includes Water Sound Origin. And then here is 30A East, and then here we got 30A West. Keep in mind, all 4 areas have different price points. The lowest North Santa Rosa Beach, then we go to the Point Washington area, then the 30A West End, and lastly the 30A East has the most expensive homes and cost per square foot. For this area, I combined the 4 areas to give you an overview. And remember, this is February 2025 data. You can see we are still in a buyer's market. And when you look down here, the sold to list price ratio is about 95%. That's all over. You'll see a lower percentage on the east end, and then you see some higher sold to list ratios. So it depends a little bit on each area. Months of inventory is 9.46. So there's your absorption rate. And the medium sold price is $827. Now, quickly look over here, and what I think is very interesting to see, if you go back and look at where the data and the graphs are coming from, right? This is all here pre-COVID data, and then obviously 2021, the prices went up so significantly. And that's during COVID. And then look at this. Prices have just come up and down a little bit, but I don't see any significant price drops here. And if you compare Walton County to Santa Rosa Beach to Walton County, you can see that we are slightly above the Walton County data and way above Florida and the US data. So if you're looking at the comparison here, 32459, you're looking at an average 1,036,000. List price, Walton County 791, and then Florida 452, and the national average is 371. A huge significant, and it gives you an overview about our area, tells you a lot about it. Next, let's stay in Walton County and go visit Freeport. Freeport is one of the fastest growing community, not just here in our panhandle, but inside of Florida. And there's a huge community here, which is Hammock Bay, and then Outset is starting, and there's a new development coming up right here. My daughter Christina just did a video on Freeport, what you can buy, and give you an overview on several of the new communities. So if you're interested in Freeport, go ahead and watch that video. Now look at Freeport's prices. I do remember they were in the 400s, and now the mediums sold prices in the 370s. You can get something in the low 3s, mid 3s, 400 in Freeport, brand new construction. Remember, this is all single family. We are in a seller's market in Freeport. And you can see that the average months over months inventory is about 4.53%, and the sold to list price is 98. You're going to see higher sold to list prices in Freeport because the new construction builders, generally speaking, will not negotiate their price, but they will offer all kinds of incentives, closing cost, rate buy down, to make this transaction happening. And then again, take a look where Freeport is in terms of Walton County. Freeport, the average is there 439, because remember we just looked at the sold ratio. And then compared to Walton County at 817, Florida 452, and the national average at 373. With Freeport being one of the fastest growing communities here in area, definitely something to keep an eye on if you are thinking of relocating to this area, about 30 minutes to Grayton Beach. Next, let's jump over from Walton County to Okaloosa County. And now obviously we are in Destin, Florida. Many of you are familiar with Destin, where the original fishing village started, probably a little bit more so than 30A. And I do want to let you know that this whole area here in Destin has different short-term rental restrictions, so you do need to be aware of that if you're looking for investment. And remember, I am doing single family homes. Destin has a lot of condos, which are not included in this data. So now we're looking at Destin single family homes, and keep in mind we are still in a buyer's market here in Destin. The median sold price at $782, and the absorption rate is at 8.57. And take a look how Destin area is comparing. Now Destin went slightly down from January to February. Look at that little downward arrow here. 672 in January, and then it went down to 650 in February, slight downward. And then if you look at how it compares to Okaloosa County, kind of still stays very steadily. And compared to Florida, still Destin is way above Florida and national market. Last, let's travel over the Mid-Bay Bridge to a community called Niceville. Both my kids went to Niceville High School. It's a very well-established area, and there are several new builders like Randy Weiss that are still building new homes in there. So you do have some options in Niceville. Just like Freeport, Niceville is still in a seller's market. You can see right now here the median sold price at $449. Sold to list price ratio is at 96%, and the months of inventory is 3.22. And if you're taking a look at the national average, actually it went slightly up from January to February. And obviously Niceville still sits above Okaloosa County. Okaloosa County is a huge county. It includes Fort Walton Beach and Crestview. So it spans a huge area. And then take a look also way above the Florida and the national home market. So there you have it for our area. Let's take a very quick look at the weekly national market data that I get emailed from one of my preferred lenders. By the way, we just got one of our clients under contract with a really cool loan that only requires 10% down, 90% financing, and he has a very special product out there for my investors. So, I love working with different lenders and matching them up to my clients' best interest. But here's what you really need to look for. Your 10-year treasury bond went down slightly. Mortgage rates have been coming down. Inventory has come up a little bit. And, average days on the market just a little bit down. My friends, it really depends on if you price your home right. I just got one of our listings under contract within 2 weeks because it was priced right. You see inventory sitting on the market maybe for 6-7 months. That if you are the buyer, you can come in with some wiggle room. It doesn't always work, but you can most certainly try, and that is where we come in here at Haus to make this happen for you. I hope you truly enjoyed this market update. I really like to show you how different prices are from area to area. 30A East, our most expensive area, 30A West, then jumping to Point Washington, north center of Rosa Beach. You saw the difference in Destin and Niceville and also Freeport. So there's something for everyone, a little bit of budget. Another growing community now is even north of Freeport, because Freeport is growing so much. That's the Funiac Springs. And then you also have Crestview. There's a lot of options. And some people even look west in Panama City Beach now. But anyhow, if you have any questions about our beautiful area, please reach out to me or Christina, and we would love to elaborate more. One of the biggest issues Walton County is facing right now is the customary use. So that is about the privatization of some of the beaches. There is limited beach access points now that are public. So when you are relocating to the area, it is really important that you know that, and that you know where you can go to the beach. And hopefully at some point, they are going to find a way to open up the beaches for everyone again. That's truly something I wish for this amazing area. Interest rates have been coming down a little bit, then they jumped back up slightly last week, but I have seen some activity happening. People are looking out in town. I see showing requests on my listings and also have some pendings. Stay tuned until next month. Subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you next time. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss und goodbye.